Yesterday, I had the opportunity to speak to S. Annamalai, who is the bureau chief for the Hindu in Madurai, where I'm living. And he told me a little bit about the history of the newspaper and how Gandhi was once a writer for it, and also about just newspapers in general.
It's a habit, especially in South India. It's a habit. A newspaper like the Hindu goes with their morning coffee, so it's a habit. It's very difficult to break that habit. This sold all over the country, but we have editions in our. Editions are confined mostly to the south, to the four southern states.
Delhi, there is an edition.
Delhi, there is an edition. Newspaper should be the voice of God's plus. That we have been doing. This newspaper has been part of India's development. The Hindu has been very strong and forthright in these areas, which concern mankind in general. Unfortunately, English newspapers primarily are urban oriented.
Because that's who would be reading it,
upper middle class. But we consciously make an attempt to go to villages, to go to the poor. We have highlighted some of the many of the problems of villages, of the rural poor, the rural masses. I don't say we devote much space for that, but we do have space for that. Apart from, but now we are more focused on education development.
In the urban areas mostly, or just
No,
sort of
all areas.
Yeah.
In all areas.
Are there any press freedom issues here? Like, do you have any pressure from the government on what
Not
you write
necessarily. Yeah.
or the government, or
sometimes what they do is when you publish something which is not palatable for the government, they tend to stop your ads. They don't give you advertisements. But beyond that,
does the government provide a lot of advertising? I mean,
not a lot of advertisement, but some newspapers are dependent on what they are fed by the government.
Do people have personals in
We don't.
Okay.
We don't.
Is it that parents put personals to other parents, or?
We only have matrimonial.
Okay.
We don't have personal ads.
What is matrimonial? I mean,
matrimonial is seeking brides, grooms, parent, or whoever. He places an ad for his son or daughter seeking a bride or groom. We carry that.
And they describe the son and the daughter, or they describe the family kind of
color, complexion. Success rate, as far as I know, is 90%, more than 90%.
Really?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to young journalists now?
Basically, they should be focused. Because you have variety now. It's not only print. You have the new media. You have the electronic media. You have print is an option now. So they should not confuse the new media or the electronic media with print. Print has a distinct character because print for the readers is gospel. So for that, you have to be accurate. You have to be sincere. You have to be distanced. You have to be objective in whatever manner you can be. You should not identify yourself, because that's the tendency of those working for the electronic media, trying to identify themselves with the subject they cover. You're so passionate about what you're covering, because what you see in the electronic media are fleeting images, fleeting messages. I mean, you can always correct yourself an hour later. Here it's not possible. So whatever you write should be of benefit to the people, and not do anything that will cause any harm to the prevailing harmony, to the prevailing equilibrium.